Okay, so that was probably the worst game of the season, and you know, uh, first of all, after that, I'm not playing Hicks again. I'm just going to call up Elijah Dunham or somebody like that and play him in his place because that's why. Okay, shout out to everybody in here: Jimmy, Texas Buckeye, Sean, and I got some questions for you folks. You know, Herman did save the bullpen. I mean, he threw 8 fabulous innings, man. I mean, 8 1/3. And again, 8 1/3 of really good balls. Highest pitch count of the season, 88, and he did deserve this ovation that he got. He did. So no, I don't think Cabrera got hurt. He was brought in for defensive replacement. What the hell's the point? Six can't do anything with his bat. So, but I mean, I see a lot of a lot of fire Boone here. This is Boone's fault. Well, let me ask you a question. The same people saying that. If Boone kept Herman in and Herman coughed up the lead, would you blame Boone for keeping him in too long? Be honest, because I think you would. Okay. This one is on Holmes. Holmes came in with one guy on. He walked the other two, or gave up the other two, and then he gave up the tying run. And Wandy walked in the lead run. Okay. So I disagree with some of you folks here. Holmes, I mean, should be stripped from his closer role. Period. Period. Hey, Jennifer, Texas. Who else is in here? Yankees videos. What's up, Joe, Keith, Austin, Asking Argenis, Wink the Man, Mr. Brian York, Brandon Moore, Jackson Ave, JT Keith, everybody, Jose, Brett, Mike the Italian Stallions here, right? JT's in the house, Hype Beast, Jonathan. Again, David Herrera, Michael Picarion. That's my question for you. Okay. It was his highest outing in like a year. So, and again, my question is, and nobody seems to be answering it. If Boone kept Herman and Herman coughed up that lead and blah blah blah, would they blame Boone as well for keeping him in too long? That's the thing. Okay, I mean, he's here. They acquired him to be the closer, Jonathan. So I mean, he came in with one guy on base, Holmes. He came up, he tied the game. Okay, so I understand the whole fire Boone stuff. I just don't agree with it. Not in this situation. Not in this situation. That was Holmes' job to not cough that up. And he had plenty of opportunity to get guys out. He couldn't find the strike zone. So I mean, Matt Blake needs to work with him. When they need to, send him down, option him out, let him work on his mechanics, do something. Texas, thank you, appreciate it. And again, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I disagree. Okay, and you're welcome to disagree too. But exactly, it was a no-win situation for Boone because I'm confident that the people blaming him for this would be blaming him in the other direction too. If he kept Herman and Herman blew it, they'd be blaming him for that too. It's almost like a reflex. Just blame Boone for everything. This is obvious. This is Clay Holmes. Blew this freaking save. Okay? Actually, they did, Jason. They brought Holmes here to be the closer. They did. And he evolved into the closer too. And he turned in. He had a 6-something ERA with the Pirates, and they expected. I think they threw him to the wolves a little unfairly. I would say that, Jason. But I mean, and then he took the closer role, and then but now he's rightfully should not be the closer. So I can't disagree with that. Texas going Joel and Tex. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, Michael King would be a better idea in the closer. I mean, even Wandy didn't have it tonight. He couldn't find the zone. Yes, 88, but again, 88. He hasn't thrown that many pitches in a year, Elvis. So it's something to keep in mind. They do need him in 5 games. So it's one of the things I think they're keeping that in mind as well. I understand what you folks are saying, but again, Boone decided to be dumb. I mean, neither was Wandy tonight either, unfortunately, Taz. Wandy didn't have it either. But this to me is all Clay Holmes. So I mean, it's their job to come in and get guys out, and he didn't do that. He didn't do that at all. So, yeah. Mm, Torrey also overused the bullpen quite a bit, China. I understand what you're saying, but he was known for overusing the bullpen too. He also had a much deeper pen too, Torrey. Thankfully, thankfully. But again, we need another reliever or two. I've said this. I don't know for a long time now. I would have been, I would have tried to trade Gleyber Torres for an elite reliever, but that was just me to a need, a surplus to address a need. But everybody's like, oh, look at Torres. He's not batting 400 now. He's barely batting 200. Okay. But David, yeah, supporting the bullpen, I think would be a good idea. A good idea. Yep. Well, I'm not giving up on him. But yeah, Wink the man. Wandy looked lost. That's on him too. You gonna fire Boone for that too? Talk to the pitching coach. That's his job, not Boone's job. Well, but I don't, disagree with this too. But does the new leader? Oh, who's the? Let me ask you this, Chicken Parma. I asked this earlier. Uh, who's the offensive leader of this team? It's not Judge. Cole, he's the vocal leader of the pitching staff. Who's the offensive vocal leader here? I can't think of anybody. Can anybody hear? It's definitely not Judge. It's a quiet leader. There is no vocal leader on this team, and we need one. We need one here. Can't fire all the players. Bring in Randolph. Mattingly's already employed by the Blue Jays. I don't know what Randolph's doing, but I don't know if he's employed or not. Brian, I mean, this is my opinion. Anyway, if you don't mind, gang, hit the like button. We just want to let's try to get over 100 likes as quickly as we possibly can. And we always try to do that with the live streams. I appreciate it. But see, this is a good conversation to have. And it's good to disagree in some regard, too. Because, you know, well, this is another thing, too, Sonny. Yes, he didn't make the roster. And this is, I mean, again, went to his closer, quote unquote. Yeah, I mean, that's who he has as the closer. And then they brought in Wandy. He didn't get the job done either. Neither one of them is Boone's fault. Neither one of them. Jocelyn, I think a lot of people are starting to feel like Holmes should be gone. Should be gone. So, yeah, we'll see. It's a little early, but I mean, this is a shitty loss, that's for sure. Smoker, you're not wrong there, man. Dude, I think so too. I think most managers would have moved Herman. He was in a good spot. He only had one guy on. I know it's the sentiment, and these are the same folks that were bashing Herman like 2 weeks ago. He's dog shit, and all of a sudden he has a great game, and everybody's on his side. I don't. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, but I would have lifted him too. So, and I think a lot of other managers. I'm not saying all, but I think a lot of other managers would have done the same. He was in a good shape, you know. Um, I was only on one guy on base. Holmes just blew the whole thing up. Blew the whole thing up, man. But I see a lot of people don't think Herman should be lifted. I get it. I get it. Who, Eugenio? Who's the new manager and why? What do you think this other manager is going to do? I'm just shouting. I want to learn. I'm curious. That's why I'm asking. David Robinson looking pretty decent with the Mets. Yeah, he is. Mariano. Don't we wish if Mariano was available? I still think he can get guys out like 55 years old too. So. Dude, don't apologize, man. This is the Yankees doing, man. They have to make some moves, man. They have to make the moves. Man, I don't know if a lot of people would want me to be GM, but I would do things a little differently. Yes, I would. But I appreciate the kind words, AJ. Thank you, man. Yeah, they look like a lost team right now. So you're not wrong there, man. Well, you'd think so. I hope so. He should take accountability for the blown save. And again, he didn't come in with the bases loaded. He came in with one guy on, and then he put two guys on. And then he gave up and then he tied the game. So exactly, this is a player problem. Why are people afraid of holding players accountable? Firing Boone is just a convenient response. I hear from so many folks, so many other channels. I don't get it, and I don't get any other constructive or better ideas. Like, what's the solution? If we're firing Boone, what's the solution? We're firing Cashman. What's the solution? Like, what's the better option? Please, I want to know. I mean, again, like a lot of folks say that, well, just anybody. That's not, that's not the thing. I mean, what kind of solution is that? Just anybody? It's kind of crazy. Murderers row. I mean, look, I understand people who want to put it on Boone. I get it, but this one is obvious on Clay Holmes. Obvious. Rizzo, he's still playing, dude. Well, you want a player manager? Is that what you're saying? A player manager like Pete Rose? Is that what you're saying for Rizzo? This happens, Bill. Yes, right? Yeah, I remember that. And Torrey didn't hit the right buttons then. He had the players. He looked like a genius, and that's exactly. He inherited like a historic team. Boone did not. Girardi inherited the core four, and he brought in the big one of the biggest free agent classes ever at the same time. Like it's impossible to compare these guys. It really is. No guarantee that Girardi right now would take these guys to the promised land, or Torrey. There's no guarantee of that either. So I think it's important to at the very least hold players accountable too. I don't get that, man. I just don't. Oh, champs! I mean, I think a lot of us are vomiting. You know, it's funny too. Like somebody came on the channel, commented earlier on one of my videos that I change my mind all the time, and I'm doing this for the money and blah blah blah. Like, let me just respond to that. One, I think you folks know I've never been one to consistently bash the same players all the time. I don't do it. Just because other people do it doesn't mean I have to do it, and vice versa. I don't expect people to agree with me all the time. But also, if I was in it for the money, I would be putting out bullshit videos, right? Stuff that's a complete lie, like Mike Trout demanded. You remember that one? Mike Trout demanded a trade to the Yankees. It was completely false, right? And that's not even good enough to go viral. If you're in it for the money, you got to get a viral video. Most Yankee fans know that's a total lie, so it's never going to go viral. So I don't know why people make those types of comments and stuff like that. This is, it's okay to disagree with folks, and it's okay for you folks to disagree with me. But like, those type of comments have no standing, no credibility behind them. So I don't understand those, and maybe you folks do, but I don't get it. You know, David Cohen, maybe Marky. I mean, does he have? Is he interested in being a manager? Is the question? Like, yeah, Texas, exactly, exactly. It's just this is the other thing too, Sonny. Yes, not if Yankees been afraid of making that big move. They hold on the prospects for too long. It's crazy because I mentioned that earlier. Sonny, like they've spent the last decade really revolutionizing their farm, right, which was gutted under the Steinbrenners. And why are they not playing some more of these guys? Why are they not, using them in major trade? Like, I don't get it. I'm with you there, Sonny. I get it. So, and and this is the other thing too. Yeah, I mean, you can blame Boone if you want, but they're not scoring runs. The offense and their bullpen blew it today. They usually very strong bullpen blew it today. Blew it. So that's a problem. And it's been happening. Like Holmes has been less reliable this season so far. King is not. King has been very reliable. Wandy's been pretty good, but he didn't have it tonight. It just happens, right? And those types of stuff. It's okay to say, yeah, they shit the bed tonight. It's okay to say it. It is. I just I'm confused at why some folks are afraid to hold players accountable. You know. Well, Alan, you're not wrong there either. That's why I keep saying they need another reliever. They really, really do. Excuse me, give Harper. What would one of the Yankees of Cashman Garen offer? He might be mellow, but what would that change everything for the Yankees? Doubtful. I mean, I would have loved him here too, but would that have changed the fortunes for the Yankees? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Well, yeah, Holmes did choke, not Boone. This is obvious, but I understand people want to blame Boone for. I get it. I get it. Not many people like Boone, so I'm not afraid to hold Boone accountable. I hold him accountable, Jason, but this is not his fault. This is Holmes. That was his job. He came in with one guy on and shit the bed. That's not Boone. Boone wasn't on the mound. Kendall Graveman will be somebody. Actually, we talked about him a while back. So we mentioned a while back. So I mean, worth a look, right? Joe McCarthy, we're live here. Couldn't get this later. This is the thing. I mean, people are expecting a manager just to come in and change the whole. The manager's not going to get 8 guys miraculously off the IL. Like you could just replace them, but that doesn't guarantee anything. This is what I think it's important to keep perspective and keep in mind. Like it is important. But yeah, you see a lot of folks are done with the. I mean, yeah, he's blown way too many games now. I mean, he's turning it like he's almost turning into a role as Chapman. Chapman was a nightmare, but again, Boone didn't sign Chapman. He just had to use him. Boone didn't trade for Holmes. He had to use him. So it is what it is, right? Well, yeah, well, exactly. Chicken farm too. Analytics needs to take some responsibility for this shit too. 100,000%. 100,000%. Yeah, and if you haven't, even if you're upset, even if you disagree, and again, this is a good conversation to have. Smash the like button if you don't mind. Let's try. Let's get over 100 likes. I have no idea how many likes we have right now, but still want to get over 100. And again, I understand like this, and this is a good thing because we say this too. Yankee fans are well informed. They're passionate. They want their team to be good, and they let you know whether it's good or bad where you stand. And this is important. That's why I appreciate you folks, even if we don't agree on everything. I appreciate the feedback I get from you folks because it shows that you care. So I do thank you for that. Yeah, I mean, where is that? JT, yeah, I get it, man. They do. Either complete or yeah, fire sale this thing. Yeah, I mean, I think they could make moves. I don't know how much they would fire sell, but I think they can make moves and move some guys. I do. So, well, this is a good one too. Yes, get somebody in analytics or a couple of them interviewed on a panel and explain themselves, explain why, and blah blah blah. So why, and because they should be explaining themselves. So should Hal for his decision. He should be explaining himself. I don't know why you're putting Cashman out there. He doesn't answer any questions directly, and you're putting everything. This is the other thing. I remember the Titans, man. Denzel Washington said it perfectly. I've never seen his assistant coach in the papers or on the TV for losing. Okay, or his name in the papers for losing. Everything falls on Boone, and you could see it here. So many people, it's blame Boone for everything, and it comes with the territory. That's what happens when you're the Yankee manager. So you know. eh, I don't disagree with you. I would move. I mean, they got to do something there. They got to do something. Terry's May 1st, what happened 12 years ago. Not sure if you heard, but Mary. I remember that. I remember it late at night listening to the speech, listening to the announcement. Yes, indeed, Anthony. They took his ass out, man. Shamir, it's a tough one. This team is a team to watch. I mean, it's a tough team to watch. You're absolutely right, man. I've mentioned Hader as a nice option too, Aiden. I mean, he's going to be a free agent. We'll see if they're willing to spend, but like, we need some guys that are just some reliable pitchers. I mean, Herman's showing to be more than capable. This is his fourth game in a row, throwing at least 6 innings, so that's good. But again, we need more. We need the bullpen to do their job, and they didn't do their job tonight. So, and again, I'm of the opinion that Holmes is the one to blame. So that's just me. I get a lot of people don't agree. That's totally fine. Totally get it, man. Michelle, I wish I had the answer for that one. When does it end? I really do. I mean, I'm Cole's on the mound tomorrow, so I always feel better when Cole's on the mound. So, and I think Cole's probably going to come out pissed. He's going to be like, "I'm not losing this game on my watch." Like, I need to see that. I need to see that, right? So, don't be surprised if they option Holmes, Tyler. Don't be surprised. I mean, Jimmy Cordell's done a hell of a job. I know they got Johnny Loizaga now. If you haven't heard, they're shutting him down for 3 to 6 weeks of no throwing. He's going to have surgery. He might be back in August or September. He says he's having a bone spur removed from his elbow tomorrow. So, but thankfully, Jimmy Cordero's here pitching well. I would call up Matt freaking Crook. I don't understand why they're not doing it. I would call him up. And Michelle, you're right. We don't have a go-to closer. You're absolutely right. Herman did fantastic. We got 76 likes, and we need 24 to get to 100. Can we do that? Can we do that in the next couple minutes? Let's see if we can get to 100 likes. Hicks, yeah. I want Hal to interview and answer questions like, why are you willing to eat Hicks's contract? Are you? Just say yes or no. You know, because if you're not, then what's Cashman going to do? He has no choice but to trade him, and then everything falls on him if you can't get the right trade, and if you can't get the team to eat enough. Well, why would a team eat any money? He's playing like dog shit, right? So it makes his job impossible. So this is why I think, I what do you call it? I think it's Hal needs to answer questions, man. The heat needs to be on him too. He really does. But again, this is a different Steinbrenner. You know, they run the team differently than their dad did. It's just, and it is what it is. And again, that's what we have right now, whether we like it or not. And a lot of us don't like it. So, and how could we, right? So I totally get it. Lorenzo, I don't know about cussing out Boone, man, but oh damn it, the Rangers are losing now. Great. Well, JT, that's a good point too. We need the Yankees to hit behind Garrett Cole. We need him to score some freaking runs because you could see these guys are good enough at winning low-scoring games just with base hits, not home runs, base hits, getting on base, timely hitting, things that the Yankees are not doing. They are doing in Cleveland. So if I'm them, I'm taking freaking notes, right? So yeah, Hader's going to cost a lot of money, but he's only going to be 28, Aiden, so he'd be worth looking into. Yeah, Anthony. I mean, King would have been probably better. He's also better at starting the inning, so I would have started him in the ninth. But George won championships. Yeah, he also had, several Hall of Fame players. But yes, he did, Michelle. Yes, he did. Certainly did. It's also a different game now too. Like things are run differently. It's crazy now. But yeah, I mean, just no denying George won championships. He was aggressive. He was a passionate owner. He loved winning. He ran it differently than Hal does. Hal runs us like a freaking hedge fund. I hate that. This is a baseball team, dude. Like, please show some, show some pride here. Show us that you're interested in your team winning. My God. Roger, you're absolutely right to feel the way you do, man. Absolutely right, man. Oh, Andre, I mean, we need Wandy wasn't good, and he's been usually good. So Clay Holmes blew this game, Andre. I mean, he put in Holmes with one guy on, and he put all the other guys on, and then tied the game up, and they were in a good spot. So I'm of the opinion, Andre, that it's all on Clay Holmes. So yeah, 20K subs would be awesome. We're on the road there. We need about 16, almost 1,700 subs to get to 20,000. So we're gonna try to get to 20,000 this summer if we can. So if anybody's in it not subscribed, that you're a baseball fan, and you don't mind having discussions like this, where it's just honest discussion, right? And people, it's good to hear people from both sides. I learn from all of you, whether we agree or not. I learn from all of you, so I appreciate you. Happy birthday, Gabriel! Shout out, man, birthday boy. I got 90 likes. Can we get 10 more to get to 100? The Yankees are very frustrating, Alex. You're not wrong there, man. This is a good point too. I mean, wouldn't it be nice, Brett, to hear his son say that? Hal, or even Cashman, fucking hate losing, right? It's such a breath of fresh air to hear these guys show that and say it. I would not rather have Chapman back. Under any circumstances would I bring Chapman back. Happy number 2, Gabriel. Happy number 2, dude. I think Hal will start caring if we miss the playoffs, and people just stop paying for tickets. Yeah, exactly. And Pop stop paying for memberships. So people hurt him where his pocket is. That's the best way to hurt this guy. And Hal is, I think, a bigger problem than Cashman, Seth. Yes. He is one that has no feel for the game, man. I mean, and again, and this is why I think Cashman's going to be here for a long time, because not only has he fielded a winning team, this is a frustrating team, yes, but Since Hal's taken over, he's added almost $7 billion to their net worth. He's been a big part of it. So why would they? I know people say like, well, what if it were me and my boss came in? The Yankees are not losing money. He keeps making them more and more and more. And that seems to be their philosophy. So why in the hell would they get rid of him? He's made them wildly profitable. You know what I mean? It's a crappy thing to say, and it's a crappy thing to feel like. But I mean, is it untrue? I don't know about that. I agree. Bjorn, Holmes, and Blake, even Blake, yeah. Well, I do think the Yankees are going to have to make moves at the trade deadline, Ollie. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I know George used to come in and chew out players. He used to chew out everybody. And, that's one of the things, even though he got himself into trouble sometimes, that's what made him a special owner. He would not be afraid to chew out anybody, you know? It would be nice if Hal showed some kind of emotion at some point, right? Really. It would be. You know, probably not in black. I mean, probably not. Probably not. So I know they're very loyal to certain players too. That's obviously, and that doesn't always work to their favor, right? That's one of the frustrating parts too. Their loyalty to a fault with certain players, and especially to each other too. You know, so what's up? Sunil's in the house, getting your son moved out of his dorm. All right, man. End of the school year, baby. Hopefully, you had a good year of school. Can't defend that. They gotta go. Who's got to go, Emmanuel? Just cancel your MTV yesterday, Mister. I hear you, Fritz, man. I hear you, dude. We'll get through this, Fritz. We'll get through this, man. We'll get through this. Nelson, what's up? Nelson, you're right. Absolutely. I think a lot of us agree with you. So, and again, they've got to be smarter with their moves. That's for damn sure. And if it's analytics people that have this much impact, you got to get new analytics people. The trainers, they got to make some structural changes, and they might be sellers. But the question is, Jason, who are they going to sell? Who do you think they would sell, Jason, at the deadline? Who do you think they can sell? You know, who do you guys think? I mean, a couple people saying that too, like who, Lori too. What do you folks, guys and gals, think? Who do you think they should sell and can sell? Yeah, hit that like button, gang. If you haven't hit the like button, we got 160 people in here. What's up, everybody? What's up to new folks, OGs, people been with us for a while? You're all welcome. I appreciate all yous. If you just like good, honest, straightforward Yankee content, baseball content, don't leave without subscribing to the channel. We haven't done that yet. We ask you that, and we thank you for that. So we want to make sure you don't miss anything either. We put live time stuff all the time. You get breaking news on shit all the time. So Yankees snatched defeat from the jaws of. Yes, they did, Tony. That's well said. Did the analytics department name? We have no idea. We have no idea, Wink. I mean, they could have been in a lot of people's. Yeah, we have no. We don't know. They don't really give us any. You know. It's crazy, man. Well, yeah, well, I think people. This is the other thing too. I think the media who covers the Yankees, they need to ask these people hard. I got to give a shout out to Chris Kirshner from the Athletic now because he's starting to press people. He's starting to ask tough questions and put people on the spot. I think the people that cover them, whether it be Yes or whoever else, need to ask these guys some hard questions. Put them on the spot. You know, like really, they need to be pressed. None of these softball questions, man. Like. Yeah, you're not lying there too. You're absolutely right. Bad juju. Yeah. Sunil. I hear you, man. Oh, we got 100 likes. All right, gang. Let's see if we can get up to a buck 25. Yeah. I mean, don't be surprised if they sell off. If they sell, don't be surprised if they sell off Holmes, Clay Holmes. So Merch is close. I'm actually finalizing a few things with merch. So we're probably gonna do T-shirts, coffee mugs, skull caps, and then at some point when the weather gets cooler, probably hoodies. So if there's any other merch people might be interested in, let me know. But at the very least, we're gonna start with those. Keep it simple, but have really nice designs and stuff like that. So, do you folks like the new image of the page? Take a look at it. Let me know what you think. It's got the train pulling in with the 161 at the train station there. Let me know what you think of that. Can you get Mattingly or Randolph, Sosha, Joe Madden, anybody? Yeah, Madden couldn't even hack in for the Angels, man. He got fired. So Mattingly's with Toronto. I'm not sure where Randolph is. And Sosha, I don't know either. He also got fired in LA. Hal firing himself. Now that would be kind of nice. No, I don't think the season's over. I can't. It's freaking May 1st. No, I don't think it's over. It's bad, David. There's no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. I mean, what can you do? They have to fight through this. They have to figure out a way to win, right? Otherwise, repeating. Uh-oh. Where'd that go? This freaking thing. Yes, indeed. Who else we got here? Mike Fishman. Who's Mike Fishman, head of the analytics? Yankees fan, 2004. Trade A-Rod. I think a lot of people would agree with that, Peanut. I think a lot of people would agree. Boycott them until you get rid of Hicks. Boone's ass or Clay Holmes? The list of losing players in this organization is endless. Yeah, I mean, what manager would have this team in first place right now? The way that they're constructed, I don't think any manager would have him in first place. Sorry, I thought he was retired. Yeah, we're in last place. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Bring in Theo. Theo is like an executive in Major League Baseball. He's the only guy I would have brought in instead of Cashman, but he's no. I don't think he would ever take a step down because he's basically. It looks like he's being groomed to be the next commissioner of baseball. So why would he ever step down from that to be the GM of the Yankees? No, I would have traded Gleyber when his stock was hot, James. So I get what you're saying, man. Totally get it. Leader, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah. I mean, I think analytics needs to be scrutinized pretty strong right now. We got 116 likes. Maybe we can get to a buck 25. Let's see. This is the other problem. Like somebody just said, "What's the plan?" They don't. It looks like they don't even know. Strike. I mean, honestly, right? It looks like they don't even know. Yankees need a new trainer. I would agree with that, Lorenzo. See, a lot. I mean, a lot of good insights, a lot of good feedback from people here. Okay, and at least people, and I like that people are acknowledging the problems are just not. They're kind of all across this franchise right now. So, and I think some more competent ownership at the top would be a good idea. Really. So Neil, man, always a pleasure, brother. We got 122 likes. We got three more to get a buck 25. So Neil, man, always love your feedback, man. You always give us good stuff. And here too, Brett, 100%. New strength and conditioning, 1,000%, 1,000%. How are they getting injured so much more than other teams? I don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's crazy. So, well, this is true too, chicken parm. I like where your head is at. If you on the bright side, if you just flip it upside down, Yankees are in first place. I like where your head is at, bro. See, giving us something to laugh and smile about. That's why you're chicken parm. That's why you're a legend, dude. Cashman is always quiet. Yeah, and we need him to speak up on occasion, right? It would be welcome. We need Hal to speak up. We didn't know Hal's alive. Like seriously, George would have been talking all the time. We know that. But again, he's not here anymore. Rest in peace. But you know, he that doesn't solve any of the things here. We need the guys that we have now to step up or make a change. We really do. How do you know the Rays VP would turn this team around, Alan? That's the question. We don't know. Being a Rays VP is completely different than being a Yankees VP. So as much as I like those guys, it's really hard to predict that. So it's really hard to predict that. I mean, theoretically, it's a good idea, but it's very hard. That's very hard to do. David Cohen, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Can we get Joe Schoen and Brian DeBola? The Giants boys, huh? Oh man, I like it. I like it. They're doing a good job over there in the Giants. I gotta tell them. So say that again, Joel. Boone not blowing a firing Boone will not gonna is not gonna make them hit better or pitch better, no matter who they bring in as manager. Okay, it, not gonna change that construct of the lineup. It's not gonna make people pitch better all of a sudden. Howie Roseman, the Eagles boy, that guy's becoming a GM legend over there. JT, I like that too. Become like slobs like Babe Ruth. I think I like it, dude. I like it. See, it's good to get some laughter out of them on occasion too, even when we want to kill them. No, borrowed that ball from the Giants. Brad Holmes and the Lions. How about good ideas too, Drake? T Drake, I like it. Andre, I mean George would have, yeah, he would have probably fired everybody. He would have probably fired his own son. But again, just firing Boone and replacing with someone else doesn't guarantee anything, and that would be on George too if it didn't work. So this is the thing. Like, and that's one of the problems. And again, we do have 8 guys on IL. 8 guys on IL sucks. It really sucks. And no matter who's the manager, they're going to have to deal with that, and they're going to have that same problem. So, you know, how do I know he wouldn't? I just says no guarantee, but that's a pretty bold assumption. Different market, and you don't know if he'd be strapped here, meaning have chains on him. We just don't know. And why would he leave there to come here? Why would he have leave a good thing to come here, Alan? Like I understand theoretically what you're saying makes sense, but we just it's a really hard thing to confirm or prove. I mean those are bold predictions, and I like bold predictions, but like that's a tough one. There's no guarantee you would change the place over here. No. What's up, D Rod's in the house? Who's coming back for? I think it's going to be Bader, and then sounds like probably Canely and Severino. Those three are probably going to be the next three. So sounds like it. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, the Yankees are definitely. I mean, if they're going to shit the bed now, I'd rather have them do it in May than September. Honestly, I hope we got 161 people in here on the 161. Robert, I like it. 161 on the 161. It's forgot what I was saying. Damn it. I was saying like getting it again. Last year was a very cyclical year. They also had like 10 guys on the IL at the same time. Then they wound up losing like almost 2 months in a row. So which took a lot of the air out of their sails, and some of these guys didn't have enough time to come back and be productive. Like you know, he makes horrible decisions at times. There's no denying that, but players also make horrible plays and don't do their job, and that's not necessarily a manager's decision. He doesn't bring these guys in with the expectation they're going to, you know, blow things. So, whatever you say, man. I mean, I'm all on Cashman. I mean, I'm all on Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes blew this one today, in my opinion. But you're entitled to that, Mel. I get it. Harper comes back tomorrow, JT. He's due to come back tomorrow. If they get a new training staff, I'll definitely do the Big Mac apple pie tea Drake. Yes, that is a celebratory thing. So, I love it about AJ Preller. What makes you think that he would come here, D Rod? Just out of I want to know what your thought process is. I mean, if he's available, interested, and what makes him, what do we know that it would, from where he's at now would change things in New York? I want to learn, D Rod. So just please give me some insight. A lot of the Yankee stuff is talk nonsense. We need the guys that are here that are employed to do a better job, Joe. I mean, you know, and as long as they keep doing this, people are going to have their opinions every single day. You know, that's the reality, right? So the Yankees check before the game. They do, Shraggy, but like they got confirmation from the A's doctors last year that Frankie Montez was healthy, and then look what happened. It's almost like the doctors lied, and if they did, they can prove that. I would be suing their asses. You know, so. But yeah, I mean, they do need to have a better freaking history with injury-prone players. They need to do a better job. They do. Yeah, Posada was a great vocal leader, and Jeter was like a leader with wisdom who also, openly mentored some of the young kids too, which is great. Which is great. So, I don't replace Boone. I can't do it. Oh, Texas man, I appreciate this very, very much, buddy. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate you. I mean, yeah. I mean, look at all the and people are fired up, and this is great, man. This is really great. So, and keep being fired up until these guys start playing better. Keep being fired up, man. This is the nature of the Yankees fan base, right? They're fired up, man, and they're pissed off when they don't play well. They're happy when they do. Nothing wrong with that, man. You know. Saying that again, murder. Yes, if Boone was fired, Hicks would still be Hicks. Donaldson would still be Donaldson. 100%. 100%. Urshela would be replacing who at third base? DJ. Yeah. They can. Well, I think Loizic is probably going to be transferred to the 60-day now. I think, Ed. So, which means he'll be off the 40. Now, again, I would be bringing up Matt Crook right now if I were them. Honestly, I'm bringing up Matt Crook. Multiple inning lefty. Like I said, relying on Wandy to come in and do this stuff all the time is not a recipe for success. Just like today, he didn't have it tonight. You know, he didn't have it. This happens. This happens. And we don't want to overtax the bullpen. It's May. It's early. Just like David, yes, it is early. They suck right now. Yes, there's no denying that, but it still is early too. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice, right? But I can't see Judge doing that. Unfortunate. Yeah, manager decision. Yeah, and he brought Holmes in with one guy on base, and Holmes didn't do his job. So kissing up, Charles. I think you, dude, relax, man. Kissing up the bone. Kissing up the bone. That's funny, dude. And what's this true too? We can't win games scoring only 2 runs. You're not wrong there too. You're not wrong. King would have been nice, Yankees fan. King would have been nice. We play the Rays starting Thursday or Friday. They got 2 more with the Guardians. Yeah. Dave Portnoy, our bullpen didn't blow it in the playoffs. Our offense did. Our offense did nothing in the postseason. Nothing. I hate to break it to you, man, but go back and look. Our hitters didn't hit. The only one that hit was freaking Harrison Bader. Is it Boone's fault that DJ and Glaber were retired on 5 pitches? No, it's not. It's not an accusation. It's a question, and it's a fair question. It's a credible question too, right, Billy? And this is what people say. Like, you answer a question with reason and common sense, like, and you get accused of sucking up the Boone or whatever. Like, you can't reason with folks like that. That does not. Those types of comments and accusations do not bring reasonable arguments in return. So, it is what it is. Yeah, Laurie, I mean, you're not wrong here either. Blame the close there. I mean, they should be good. Blame the guy who thought these plays were good. Well, I mean, and analytics has a lot to do with this, Lori. But again, like they also have some highly paid players who have been playing well, and then for some reason, you know, they're not healthy. They're not playing well. It's crazy how when it rains, it pours, and it definitely pours in Yankee land. That's for sure. So, and I don't know, Robert. I have no idea. But it would be nice to be in that room, that war room with the analytics and hearing what they say. You know, really. Yeah, Lori, that was a great comment by Lori. Yeah. You're bringing in Holmes, at least bring him in as a clean inning until Boone. Well, Herman couldn't get the guy out. It was the ninth inning, so they wanted to. They thought. I mean, and I think it looks like the whole team thought that they would have been able to get it done because they even brought in Wandy, who's been great. Neither one of them did the job, Portnoy. Neither one of them did the job. So, well, I get it. Bader's. Oh, you mean Bowers? Yeah, Bowers is returning. Well, he's on the IL, but he'll be back. I'm confident he'll be back. But it'd be nice if. I wonder what this team would be doing if Buck. I don't think they'd be doing much better right now. I don't think they'd be doing much better, to be honest with you. But that's just me. Well, Morale's definitely down with Judge, but it's not only him on the IL; it's a lot of other guys. Stanton on the IL. Stanton's like the intimidator. Bader, like two starters, like half the most of the impactful players are on the IL. That sucks. So Morale's definitely got to be down. Definitely got to be down. So, and some new nerds in Yankee Land would be a good idea, Emmanuel. Can't disagree with that. So, Naz, you're not wrong there either. hmm Would Marlins depart? That's a good question, Sean. I have no idea. And would Posada be interested? Is the other question. Would you want to come into this? I think Crook was on the IL, which is why, Jonathan. But I would happen up here too. Yeah, he could have. I guess he didn't. But that's a good point, Robert. It's a good point. I mean, people can say it anytime they want, but when do they say enough is enough with certain players? I mean, people just why do people just hold Cashman and Boone accountable for players not playing, not doing their job? You know, it's so easy to blame the GM and the manager, but nobody. I mean, not nobody, but a lot of people don't want to hold players accountable. They get paid a lot of money to do this job, and if they don't do their job, it's okay to hold them accountable. It's okay to hold them accountable. So I understand how it's easy to blame Boone and Cashman for everything. I get that, and that's made obvious, right? So, but you know, but I get what you're saying. I mean, a lot of people are saying enough is enough with Cashman. A lot of people want Cashman gone, but again, who are they going to replace him with? That's going to do the two things that he does, not only with the team, but what he does with the business model. Because that's believe me, that's a big priority for the ownership. You know, and that's what makes it like somewhat unrealistic that they're going to just move away from Cashman. Yeah, I do think Boone is pissed. I mean, it would be nice if he showed it publicly a little bit more often. So, right? So, Matt Crook would be, I think, Crook, Andres Chaparro, get some freaking muscle up here. Elijah Dunham, he reminds a lot of folks of Brett Gardner, and that type of energy will be welcome up here. So, heck, I mean, hard, yes. I mean, some of these guys will show it too, Jason. Yes, 100%, man. So, it's crazy. Yes, you could have won by scoring 2 runs. Yep. And this is true too. Coaching doesn't have much, Billy. These guys are grown, man. They know that they're professionals, paid a lot of money to do their job. This is a good point too. Player, players need to be held accountable too. Texas, I don't know, but they hate. I mean, haters are going to hate. I get it. I get it. It is what it is, right? We know we absorb that stuff here, Texas, so we get it, man. And then we're not in the business of just telling haters what they want to hear. Okay, and that's totally fine. They're I mean, and they're in the business. If they want to speak their minds, they're welcome to speak their minds here. We won't always agree, and that's totally fine. But that's what makes this channel great. The differences of opinions. We learn from each other, and as long as people are cool, you know, it's all good. Rachel Balkovic, yeah, she's actually a pretty good manager so far. So yeah, young guys need some time. 100%. Judge has struggles too. Yeah, a lot of things are Boone's fault, but he didn't blow the save tonight. Clay Holmes did. And again, that's my opinion. If you disagree, that's totally cool. So yeah, the Yankees are definitely. I don't know if they're purposely putting on a clown show, but they look like a clown show. Clown show. The problem is Benintendi didn't want to come back here, so he didn't want to be part of this market anymore. So that was an unrealistic one, unfortunately. Unfortunately, but like I said too, like I think once they signed Judge to that mammoth contract, Howe was going to restrict a lot more spending, which he did. So it was pretty predictable that he was going to do that. I mean, honestly, yeah. So Cash didn't do anything. Well, I mean, what did people begged him to re-sign Judge, right, Danny? He did. People begged for Rodon. He got Rodon. Another reliever, he got Canely. So, what the problems were last year? I mean, they didn't. He didn't address what people wanted him to do. That's for sure. So, but like, and people were getting. People were saying like, we're going to be a fourth or fifth place team without signing Correa and Freeman. Well, that didn't happen. They won a division. So, that I mean, who was he going to get in left field? The left fielder that would have been the prime guy. Benintendi didn't want to come back. So, who else was he going to bring in for left field? Is my question. That was available. That would have been a good upgrade. A good upgrade. Yeah, it was. I mean, it's unfortunately it was his highest pitch count in a long time. In my baseball guy, we may not agree with it, but highest pitch count in a while. So yes, we've been there before. I am confident they're going to turn it around too. When I have no idea, but and Caesars, you're not playing smart baseball, not playing clean baseball either. So, um, and players have to do a better job too. Where is Cashman's analytics to tell him that Boone cannot manage? Well, maybe don't. I don't know. That's a good question, Robert. Cole, I think he's a he breathes freaking fire on the mound. So I'm looking forward to Cole on the mound tomorrow. He reminds me of Nolan Ryan and Roger Clemens. Guys that are like, yeah, come on, mother effer. Like, come on, let's go. He has that feistiness in him, which I like. Yeah, we on the bottom on our own, just like Boston did last year, right? Yes, indeed, Joe. Yes, indeed. And I mean, the Cubs also had a huge offseason too. Retro, I'm not surprised. Not surprised, dude. Don't be sorry for ranting. Ranting is welcome. You know that. As long as people are respectful to each other, you have a right to be pissed. I think everybody in here is pissed. Everybody's just gonna rant differently, and that's cool. And that's cool. Besides a talent. Okay, I wasn't sure what Posada was doing over there. These have infielders playing center field and left field and no closer. What a joke. Yeah, I mean, our center field is on the IL. The other center fielder who they had is terrible. So they have an IKF who's playing better center field than Hicks was. So I get it. Hicks won't be. I mean, the IKF won't be playing center field once Bader comes back. So, but it's a mess. It's a mess. It's definitely a mess. Biggest disappointment in the last decade. More than half of baseball made it to the World Series for Yankees. More than half of baseball made it to the World Series. Really? Okay. Whatever you say, Portnoy. Bader's not going to save the team. No, neither is Judge. Despite what a lot of people like to say. Neither is Stanton. You need all of them back here to get these guys firing on all cylinders. You need all of them. We need Severino. We need Rodon. We need Kane. We need all of our hogs in the pen. We don't know how good this team can be because we haven't seen a full roster yet. Not even close, which sucks. And we need to see it. We do. IL situation definitely needs. Yes, man, 100%, man. It's not Boone's fault these guys are on the IL. It's the players and Cashman. If the players, if they do come into the season out of shape, that's on them, man. That's on them. These guys are paying a lot of money to stay in shape. So, you know, I'm gonna reserve judgment until most of the roster's back because we don't know. We really don't know what the team can be, how good they can be. Well, I appreciate that, Emmanuel. If I ever got an opportunity, maybe I will. So, yes, he does. He makes Hal huge bucks. One reason why he's still here. Yep. Yeah, he's an advisor, and so is Minaya too. I'm really curious, and we don't even know what type of advisor they like. What the hell are they doing right now? I hope they play. Excuse me. I hope they play an instrumental role in the draft, which is coming up. They need help in the draft. Honestly, they do. Which player should we blame? You mean the players that are playing and not doing their job? I mean, ones that were never good and somehow Cash thinks they are. The rookies who play great D but can't hit. Well, rookies are rookies, son. You got to be patient with them. Judge had the same problem when he was a rookie. Well, I think it's funny because a lot of people, so many people spend more time blaming people than trying to come up with more solutions or whatever, or just like me, I ride or die with the team no matter what. So, but I get what you're saying, man. Like I mean, ones like cash acquired, like Holmes. Holmes actually, I mean, Blake and the pitching coaches and analytics found something in him. That's why they traded for him. Whatever it was, but he had a 6 ERA in Pittsburgh. Then he has like a 2.20 here, and then this year he's struggling. So they also got Michael King. They got Wandy. Um, you know, it's, those guys are pretty decent. Pretty decent. Again, it's not only cash; it's analytics. They have a big role in this stuff, Sonny. They do. So after this game, how's Bash? How is Clay Holmes not optioned out, Mantle? Why are you not mentioning that? He's the one who blew the save. What the hell does Cashman have to do with what Holmes did tonight? And I did see that too. He was kind of smiling like the Yaswell fans are booing him out. I did see that. Yep. That was a frustrating scene to see, Daniel. So I did see that. Who are the proper players, Portnoy? Who are the proper players? Second half, and again, payroll. I mean, look at the Mets. Their payroll's not going to guarantee them the World Series. Like, who are the proper players right now, Dave? Who would you have in here right now? Yeah, I think. I mean, I think Volpe knows too. This is part of it, and I think he's mature enough to be able to handle this stuff. T. Drake. At least I'm confident. I hope. So, but yeah, it's got to be frustrating too. There's no doubt about it. Peraza, and again, these guys are getting the shot, and they know. I think they're going to be part of something bigger. You know. So even when Cashman came, I mean, when Cashman Jeter came up in '95. They were barely made the playoffs that season. So he was part of it too. I mean, he was obviously part of something big, but these young kids, it's unfortunate. But it happens. It definitely happens. So yeah, we do. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to see Naz Levy, 100%. Yep. Yep. That's hurt, right? Pattern. Look at all those key contributors right there. Bader, Rodon, Judge, Severino, Stanton, hurt, 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 hurt. Our muscle is hurt. half, two-thirds of our, two. I mean, 40% of our rotation is hurt. That sucks. Kind of makes you want to punch him right in the nose, right, Holmes, with that smiling thing. So, you're a baseball guy. I get it, man. Edmonton Oilers, but yeah, man. Look, if they finish in last place, they probably deserve to finish last place, man. You know, it is what it is. Balkovic, I mean, it'll be interesting if she keeps moving up, Balkovic. But Lesson did Boomer, I don't know, Shruggy. We got to ask him. I mean, we have no idea. No idea. I don't play anymore, Michelle. But I mean, if they asked me to try it, I definitely would. I don't know how much I would bring to the table at this point. So no, Judge is not fault for run. Judge is responsible for his health and his production. Jay, he makes $40 million a year, so he's 1/7 of the payroll by himself. 26-man roster, he's 1/7 of it. So the expectations are going to be there too. But yeah, you're right. He's not responsible for the rest of the roster. Yep. You got to look at how to. Yep. Yes, you do. Third base. Bogart's in for 280 million for Bogarts. That would have been insanity. Clay Bellinger, or Cody Bellinger. They might get him at the trade deadline. I mean, he's not. I mean, he's playing okay. But these are your solutions, Dave. This is it. What else? Cashman signed Rodon. Hal signed Judge. Cashman also signed Canley. Yeah. Did sign Tommy Canley. Why would have Bellinger been perfect for the Yankees? He's playing decent right now. What would have made him so much better? Just out of curiosity, Dave. Could be. Could be our fate this year. We're not destined to have a good team this year, but hopefully that's not the case. As long as these guys keep doing what they're doing, then they need to be held accountable. It's only fair. So, and I get it. Only 88 pitches. You should ask him why. Only 88 pitches. It's the highest pitch count in a long time, but ask him why. Maybe analytics too. I have no idea. No idea. Clay Bellinger for the outfield would have been a better fit over Rizzo. Rizzo's a first baseman. You're saying play Bellinger at first base? How would he been a better fit? I mean, Rizzo fits here like a glove. He really does. I agree. It's yeah. I hope so. I hope Cole comes out there and shuts him down. Damn it, 2-0 Devils. I don't. Nothing we can do now. The Rays lost today to the White Sox. The White Sox scored 7 runs in the ninth to walk off on the Rays. So the Rays blew it too today. In the ninth. So Cabrera's not a left field and Peraza's not a third base. I mean, I would have Peraza short and Volpe at second, but I mean, traded Peraza for a pitcher. What pitcher, Dave? What pitcher? To me, Cabrera's a utility guy, but we'll see. Man, if Cole throws a no hitter tomorrow, I'd be pumped out, man. That'd be just what they need to. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how these guys come back will change things. I'm look. That's something I am looking forward to too. Would you ever let Judge walk? I would have tried to trade him and see what I could have gotten a haul back for him at the very least. But you know, I was wary of his injury history and his age, and I think he's going to get injured a lot more. So letting him walk would have been. I wouldn't. I mean, I would have tried to trade him because letting him walk for nothing would have been a kind of a silly idea, Lori. in my opinion. So I would have tried to trade him for a haul. That had to be an option last year, but I get it. He's the franchise guy. You wanted to keep him and show the line. I get it. I get it. A-Rod should have been Yankees man. Oh man, now you're really clowning us, Dave. Okay. I do think Cole will get us a win. Oh yeah. They are big losses, and they both had just I just got announced today that they're both starting throwing programs. Efros and Hill today. So that's good too. So I'll take any type of progress, any type of improvement. So watch some Tony Gwynn film like yeah. Tony Gwynn was one of the best. 6 more likes. I'm gonna wrap it up in like a minute anyway. But if we get 6 likes in you, we don't mind. Let's get up to 150 likes, gang. Solutions, come on. 200 payroll means nothing, Alex. The Mets are evidence of that. They're like 370. So payroll is not having the resources is great, but they got to do the right things with it too. And guys have to stay healthy and perform. So what happened to Florial? How come they gave Florial multiple chances? He just couldn't hit the major league level, Dave. Yeah. Michael K. Yeah. 4 likes for $1.50. All right. 4 likes. All right. Volpe did hit the ball tonight. Yeah. Just got caught. It happens. That's okay. So, yeah. Yeah, the Mets are 3 games like good for the Mets. Got to run apocalypse. Yeah, the Yankees are playing terrible, man. It happens, man. And people have the right, all of you have the right to feel the way you do. Frustrated and pissed. It's it's all justified. I think you're all right to feel this way. So, and we'll continue to talk about it. So, but I want to thank you for coming on. This was an enlightening. It was good to hear some of your frustrations. Keep it coming. Okay, please do keep it coming. Let's try to come up with solutions. Let's try to push these dudes to get better. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you all. Peace and love to all of you. If you're not subscribed to the family, please do so. I want to make sure you join this family, part of this community. And let's cheer the freaking Rangers on. Hopefully they'll win tonight. But Cole's on the mound tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day. But Florial's so much better than Hicks. He's faster. Not better. We can't hit the major league level, Dave. It's unfortunate, but neither can Hicks. So you're not wrong there. He is faster. And he's a good defenseman. Have a great night, everybody. Again, thank you for your feedback, everybody. Love you all too, and peace and love. Appreciate all your donos too and your support. Talk to you tomorrow. Peace.